Good night, partners and course tutor. I have always considered that music is essential in my life. I will tell you a short history of my past. It's actually one of the best in my life. Okay, I start. When I was 5 years old, my brothers used to listen to incomprehensible music, since it had a different tone of interpretation of the music tonalities here at the time. The really interesting thing was Titan caught my attention because it had a small rhythm that generated my tranquility and felt the need to follow her listening day and night. But I had great doubt. I did not know how to continue listening it. I have no idea how the song was generated, and the most important things had generated it. All I knew was that I really loved and rhythm, and I lived identified only with its melody. Past the time I dared to ask my brother that was what is sounded and one is was called. He answered, "It's for adults, you're still a girl." At that moment I felt frustrated because I had not gotten any responsible to what I felt a ham love since the first time he had here. The most important thing was the need I felt for finding answers to all my questions, including to sound the melody and what had well I didn't solve. One day my brother casually took a tape and put in a radio, carefully observed it, analyzed and recorded each of the steps that I performed to sound that melody. The next day I was alone in the house and bored waiting my brother to arrive and put melody. After hours I tried to put the tape on the radio. Steve Bernstein my brother did, and surprised came the melody and exactly the one I liked the most. I remember my face of happiness to know that I didn't have me all alone with help from anybody. From so many times that I listened in his humming each of the words and I listened until I learned at the melodies of the tape. What I remember most was that a good time when there was nobody at home and nobody called school for raising the tone to the melodies and even singing and dancing to all madness until my brother realized that he placed his tapes and sent to Tim. Want his mind to say you're crazy and need you find a way to find one because novelty you above in and say those melodies you hear are called songs of the one sings in Kyle Kirkhaven, and that kind of music is called rock in English because the language they speak is different from ours that all use Spanish and that English. I looking at in a say tape and it say it's not a tape, it's a cassette. Good musical taste because in the bottom of my ear I always want you listening to same thing even though my mother would have forbidden you because of your young age. Then the next day my brother gave me music cassettes to know more about her and placed her organized the great diversity of genre, their singer, their musical tonalities, and how to play each one of the their instruments. At that moment was happy. I really liked him. What made me feel each of his songs to shooks and stands Then I relaxed and started to clean the house, study, dancing, singing, and finally asleep. My life changed completely from that moment because the music it became essential in my life. And there was no day or night that I did not hear it. I knew that nothing was the same. Everything had changed and was no longer the same. My life was more lively because of the music and age of these melodies. The only fear I had was the reaction my mother looked to realize that is listening to the music I tried to listen to her away from her song she would not notice and not school me from listening to talking of musical genre considered heavy. On Saturday I was listening to music and cleaning the house with my mother working multi-days. She had day and returned to the house exactly 9 a.m. On entering the house and listened to music at full volume, then began to loud for my brother to tell him the turn of the music. I looked over the house and he did not find it just for me. She returned off the radio and went to her room and taking the chair and initially the room. I once would have turned off the radio. Replied that is what me. She. I congratulated myself for having turned on the radio. Will heal from anyone but told me to change music. I have never felt so angry. At that moment I told her that this music fascinated me. I was not going to take it. She was angry. I have never seen her so angry. She told me that his music was heavy from my young, and I asked the favor to go to my room and say it did not discussing anything about. I just went and changed. When she left my room, she told me go with her. We left the house, went up 3 blocks and turning 2 blocks to the right. She stopped in a front of a church and told me go inside. She went to talk with the father in that moment and understand everything. At 5 years old, I listened to Hebrew music that many other people text. My mother approached my aunt told me that the father needed to talk to me. I took 5 cents in the slowest and have ever him in my life. The father smiled and asked me why he called me. I answered that my name was Karen. Then I wondered about my mom. I answered way to finish the question. I asked what does a little girl listen to Hebrew music? I answered that I relaxed. It made me feel happy and it transported me to another reality. The father a bit intrigued asked me, do you live in Good? I answered, of course, yes. He argued my have my blessing. I lived sure with my mother, and with the father later shall be happy. I just smiled. My mother took my hand. I bought an ice cream, and he told me, I just hope you're happy, no matter what decision you make. The days passed and I kept listening to music until one day I decided to venture of different music varieties fitting perfection in each musical instruments. The music in glory will be the salvation of the world where he hey. Thank you for your attention.